Hi you! It's been a while, so let's get to it. Where do I even begin? The last couple of months or I don't even know when the last time I spoke to you was, but we had a really bad flu hit our house for like 2 weeks. I was in bed a lot, so the great silver lining about the illness was that I got around to reading in its entirety this book, Radical Marriage. The interesting thing about this book is that some of you guys might know that I am training to become a marriage coach. I'm in the life coach training right now because that's the foundational piece. You have to go through that before you can move on to the relationship specialty. The author, David Steele, and his wife Darlene, they run this marriage coach training program. I'll be talking about this a lot more in the future, but I signed up for the training and I paid my full tuition and I really committed to doing it without realizing that he had written a book, which is kind of funny. I was a little bit nervous, to say the least, but as soon as I basically opened it, I realized that it was a good one. And as you can see, I highlighted basically the whole thing. I'm a highlighter. Anyone else a highlighter? Alrighty, moving on. So if you read my last blog post, you know that I am going to be focusing the blog to couples with young kids. And I think you like young, like under 10, something like that. Because if you have children with young kids, depending where they are on the spectrum, you know that it's an incredibly intense part of your life. And I think for a while, depending on what your kids like, you go through a bit of survival mode in your relationship, you know? You're just trying to get by day to day without going totally insane. Spending time together doesn't become a priority anymore. There's other more pressing needs. And then you get to a different stage where maybe they start to sleep through the night and maybe they start to go to like preschool or even start full-time school, and your life kind of mellows out a little bit. You're not so sleep deprived and you feel like you've got things a bit more under control. And then you look over at your spouse and you're like, man, we haven't connected in months or even years. And they can feel like a stranger. And when you're married to someone who feels like a stranger, it's really hard to kind of pull the pieces back together and remember that you're friends and have fun together and stuff. So I think when you have young kids, you go through so many different stages, and all of them are really critical to your future together and also for your children's future. So I was super duper blessed to be able to interview some individuals and couples who are in this category. They have young kids, because I didn't want to just draw things from only my life, because that's only one story, and I wanted to hear other people's struggles and things they're stuck on. So I have a huge list of topics, and not so surprisingly, a lot of them repeated. And also, on top of interviewing people, I've also been reading a couple of books just really specifically for this topic. Happily Married with Kids, It's Not a Fairy Tale. And then I really want to read this, And Baby Makes Three. This is by John Gottman, and if you've been watching some of my videos, you know that I'm a really huge fan of his, and he's unsurpassed in terms of marriage research. So after all that fun and all that really great information I got, I had to kind of go ahead with my life coaching program, because that's what I need to do to become a marriage coach. And so I put a call out for practicum clients, and I got a really overwhelming response. So I spent about a week and a half just doing as many exploratory sessions as possible, and just being blown away by the human race's diversity of thoughts and feelings and just incredible beauty. We're always in our own head, and we kind of think that our own thoughts are really how everyone else views life, but it's not necessarily so. I am currently working with clients from all around the world, and I'll be doing that. I have them all booked up until October. and that's when I'll be starting my marriage coach training specialty. So if you are interested in getting some free sessions from a marriage coach, I'll be looking for couples who are willing and relatively in a stable relationship to start with me and then. So please send me your email and I will put you on the wait list if you're interested. What do you think of my new office? I'm so happy with it. I love it. I love the color. As always, thank you so much for supporting me and encouraging me through this process, and also for your patience while I figure out this whole thing and my blogging schedule. And summer's gonna come and my kids will be out of school, so just thanks for your patience and for your understanding. So have a fantastic weekend. It's Mother's Day on Sunday, and I know I'll be enjoying it with my family. And I will see you in a week for a more educational video. This is kind of a catch-up video. So please like if you're on YouTube, or send me a comment. What do you think of my new office? Do you like it? Do you know any whiteboard pen suggestions? Any cool topics for being married with young kids that you want me to talk about or research? Any good books? Love to hear from you. Okay, have a fantastic day.